Which cast member almost lost her eye on set? Did the writers copy the language from Game of Thrones? Which actor was fired after his tweets were exposed? Acting in The 100 is a near-death experience. The show has many action scenes with impressive fights and eye-catching stunts that we as true fans can never get enough of. But that's easier said than done. For the actors, a script packed with stunts requires a lot of preparation. And for some, the final cut doesn't end well sometimes. Eliza Taylor, who plays the female lead, Clarke, was unfortunately injured while shooting the pilot. But that's nothing in comparison to Marie Avgeropoulos, who almost got her eye poked out with the spear in one of the scenes and had to wear an eye patch for some time. Another actress from the series, Deshaun Lockman, who plays Anya, the fierce groundling warrior, revealed that she had her nose broken in the repercussions episode. I wonder whether Deshaun is so badass that she didn't mind shooting while her nose was broken, or the stunts got too crazy. But the luckiest of all, or should I say the most courageous, is actor Bob Morley, who plays Bellamy. Besides damaging his shoulder and knees in one of the episodes, in Season 3, the actor was meant to hit a tree, which unfortunately took a bad turn for him. It was up to Morley how hard he should hit it, but the actor went for it and broke his hand.
Idiot.
And that's not all. Bob also lost his voice for days after shooting the scene where his character was almost hanged by Murphy. The scene was so realistic and intense that the actor ended up damaging his vocal cords. You may hear the difference in his voice yourself when listening to him in Bellamy's speech in the next scene.
We are grounders!
From a fictional apocalypse straight into a real one. For the last 7 years, the 100 actors have been living in a brutal post-apocalyptic world in survival mode 24/7. And it feels good to finally sigh in relief and get back to a nonchalant life. Or does it? In her recent interview with Wonder magazine, the actress Marie Avgeropoulos, who plays Octavia Blake in the series, said that life after the 100 is not what she expected. We finished filming The 100 the day before the worldwide lockdown, and it felt like I spent 7 years of my life playing in an artificial post-apocalyptic universe to walk straight into what feels like a real-life apocalypse. The actress shared she felt heartbroken when she didn't even get to say goodbye to any of her cast members or to her producers who completely changed her life. The 100 star admitted she felt like it was the end of her acting career, saying, "I wonder if I'll just be doing voiceover work from now on because of social distancing." While Marie was feeling all sentimental, her co-star, Luisa de Oliveira, and Marie on the show, has had the funniest approach so far. She posted a pic of herself in a nightgown with a glass of champagne with the caption, "It might not be official, and that might not be a red carpet, and those might be slippers, but one thing's for sure, the 100's final season is off and running." One big family. After 7 years of non-stop shooting of the series, it's no wonder the cast became one tight family. The actors spent weeks and weeks filming together on set, then months promoting the show, doing interviews and touring. Safe to say, they're basically there for each other all of the time. This is a clear pattern among co-stars getting together, as some became real-life couples and others even tied the knot. But what you didn't know is that some characters were family members way before the series. You might be surprised to know that Niylah and Murphy share the same surname in real life. Jessica Harmon joined the show in Season 3 and remained in a recurring role until the finale. I bet you can never get homesick if you work with your own sister. Fun fact, unlike Eliza Taylor and Bob Morley, who are married in real life and prefer acting together on set, Richard admitted that it is the opposite for him. During a panel back in 2018, the actor revealed that it can be very inconvenient to be in the same scenes with Jessica. "We do have a lot of fun together as brother and sister, but I wouldn't be the same if we were both on set. I don't work like that." Makes sense. Otherwise, it would be too much of a hassle breaking character for laughs. Despite that, the two amuse their fans with off-set family duets. Awkward memories. Remember I said the cast is almost like family? Here's more proof. Last year, Lindsey Morgan, who portrays Raven in The 100, revealed that while shooting the series, she became roommates with her co-star Tasia Tillis, Echo on the show. Renting a place with the star left Lindsey with some awkward and unforgettable moments. Morgan said the weirdest one was when Tasia asked the actress to come into her room and help her self-tan her butt.
What?
And what would you do for your bestie? Was the language copy-pasted from Game of Thrones? The language the Grounders speak in is called Trigdasling, which is meant to have evolved over 97 years while the 100 were in space. It's meant to be a heavily accented dialect from American English, but some fans were quick to assume it had similarities to Game of Thrones' Valyrian and Dothraki. No wonder they sound similar. Meet David Peterson, the linguist and creator of both. Although Octavia was the first of all the Sky people to learn the language, Avgeropoulos struggled with reading the trig in the script. Especially for her, David changed the lines in the script from phonetic to more modern English spelling. The language itself might outlive the success of the show and continue its legacy after the finale. From the start, the fan community was so invested in the language, there was a huge demand for tutorials. Soon after, there were hundreds of videos on how to become fluent in this fictional language. That's so awesome! Or shall I just say, awesome? A different love triangle. Can you believe Lindsey Morgan nearly wasn't in the cast at all? You may not know this, but the original love triangle was Clarke, Finn, and Octavia. Honestly, cannot think of a more mismatched couple than the Blood Reyna and Finn. Luckily, the writers came to their senses in time and changed it. And ignore the fact that Finn Collins was not even in the novel in the first place. His character was written in the script specifically for the show. Morgan said Raven was supposed to be Finn's mother. It took her out of the pilot because I think it was too long. They were like, oh, we don't need this character, and then they decided to bring her back as his girlfriend. If you read the pilot script, it's still in there. After being cast, the actress signed a 5-episode deal and was meant to be killed off in the first season. Her character was so adored by the fans that the producers of the show couldn't help but make her part of the main cast. Lindsey's impressive acting skills literally changed the course of the series. Now it's just impossible to imagine the 100 without her. Speaking of unscripted storylines, let's talk about the actors that were canceled. Now moving on to grim moments on the show. Raven, like no one else, knows the heartbreaking feeling of loss. Lindsey Morgan's character went through the painful experience of losing every single love interest she ever had. And although some of them can be explained by the writing of the showrunners, one of them wasn't scripted in the original story. We all remember sweet and kind-hearted Kyle Wick, portrayed by the actor Steve Talley on the show. He was another of Raven's partners who didn't get to live long enough for the two to have a happy ending. In reality though, the actor was exposed for making racist comments on his Twitter account. In one of his tweets, the actor wrote about his pseudo-KKK membership. Apparently, it was just a lighthearted joke, yet his co-stars and the show's producers had very little tolerance for such a sense of humor. The actor was fired from the cast shortly afterwards, and rightfully so. Although Talley wasn't the only one who had to be replaced because of questionable morals, Henry Ian Cusick was involved in controversy in the past as well. The star played villain-turned-hero Marcus Kane for 6 seasons and tragically ended his life prior to the final season. The actor got to have his heroic ending before leaving for his new lead role in the CBS series MacGyver. However, some sources were quick to dig into his past. It was revealed that in 2009, the actor was sued after harassment allegations. Chelsea Stone, who worked alongside him on the set of the Lost series, reported how Cusick tried groping and kissing her without the actress's consent. Stone sued Cusick and the ABC production company. However, the two settled it out of court without making the decision public, leaving fans guessing what resolution they came to. A crossover you would never expect. These days, it's a new fad to make crossovers between shows. It works wonders for the shows as the fans go nuts, and it has the extra bonus of adding layers to the plot. Unfortunately, we haven't seen one yet, but if there was a crossover, which show would the cast prefer? The Walking Dead, Under the Dome, Lost? All wrong. During the New York Comic-Con in 2018, Bob Morley said that his dream crossover is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be hilarious. We could get Clarke and Bellamy as buddy cops and blend it into comedy.
Who would have thought? I wonder how a comedy sitcom about the NYPD would manage to come across this anomaly, time traveling and adjusting to cannibalism for power. Despite not having other shows' characters in the plot, the majority of the actors share the same filmography. 9 of the 100 actors played in Dead Rising Endgame, including Avgeropoulos and Jessica Harmon, while Thomas McDonnell, Finn, and Alicia Debnam Carey, Lexa, have already played together as lovebirds in the Devil's Hand movie. On top of that, The 100 Season 4 and the Supergirl sound stages shared a location in Vancouver, and both productions were right across from each other. So we did find at least some crossovers. Now, which behind-the-scenes moment was the most shocking for you? Please leave your answer in the comments below, like and subscribe.